Bora Bora Adventure. This is the Intercontinental Resort Moana location on Bora Bora, and we took this outrigger canoe. They were free to use. You just asked for one, and of course I had the camera strapped to the pontoon there. And our bungalow is perhaps in the background there, but it's behind the ones you see there, and it's our beach. And we thought it'd be fun to paddle this thing. The paddles were very heavy; they're hard wood, and moreover, the canoe itself was hard wood and very heavy, and very difficult to paddle. It just was a lot of work, and we hadn't canoed together for a while, and not in one of those. We also had some, it doesn't look like much waves there, but there was a pretty stiff wind, a headwind. And so we were having trouble steering, and here we are trying to come about and go the right way and having trouble coordinating it. And so we got partway out and turned around. I think we're turning around here, and went back and got a kayak, which we're not familiar with. Those are some more of the overwater bungalows in the background there from our hotel. So our hotel kind of stretched between those two lengths of those things. And then you see the Monte Timano in the background. Now off to the right, you see behind the kayak there more of Bora Bora, the outlying islands and reef area. So that is the actual color of the water there. Oh, now here we are at our destination. This is a little island called Piti'u'u. You see behind her there is another little island. Well, you see Bora Bora there, and this is just a little island. And we were allowed to pull up on this little beach to the right of that little wall. And the rest of the island is off limits, except that Nora made friends with Lucy here, who then showed us around, and she's showing how she gets shells. Those are shells in the bottle. And so she showed how she gets the shells from the water, puts them in a bottle of water until the animal dies, and then takes them out and cleans it, and basically makes puka shells, which she then sells to the hotels. So they live on this island. There's their house, and a very fragrant plant there, medicinal purposes. Up there is some pandanus leaves. There you see the clothesline, and you see their water collection. Everybody has one of these. The rainwater goes down in there, and then they have a tap. They don't drink it because it just sits in there and gets germs. This is their solar power, and they have car batteries in those containers. You see how the water kind of runs down off the roof, and then there's another open trough there for, I guess, the animals and things. Pretty dirty water. So they use bottled water to drink. Nora actually went in the house. I didn't go in. There's some fish bones and things on the cleaning table they have there. Fruit trees everywhere. Now she's showing how she makes money. She used to work in a hotel. Now she makes the beads and also these constructions, which you see on the right there, what they look like. They get the leaves from up on the hill there and dry them and fold them, tie them up, and then they sell those to the hotels for making. They store them up here in the upper loft, where her relatives, like her children who live in Tahiti, will stay and sleep when they're visiting. So that's the guest quarters up there. Sells those to the hotels to make roofs, thatched roofs out of.
Dancing.
So she was a lot of fun. Nora had a lot of fun. I was snorkeling, and Nora it was a little bit dicey because there's some coconut trees she's growing. Very shallow water with lots of sea urchins. And when Nora saw moray eels flopping around in there, she got out and went and found this lady while I nice plants there. While I did the snorkeling. Tiare flower. So this was a great rustic little place. It was really the highlight of the day, and maybe even the trip. We had already gone snorkeling in the morning, so it was a long day. It was a long paddle across there. Lucy was sort of our Bloody Mary. That's who she reminded us both of. Even the way she talked and laughed.
Oh, they eat that, okay.
So here she's showing us how to cut a coconut. We didn't get to try cutting one, but you see it's a practice thing. And you see this at the various attractions, hotel attractions. But in fact, you know, some people actually do this on a routine basis. They were underneath that loft area. It was good. Very good, refreshing coconut milk there. She seemed to enjoy entertaining us, and at some point we felt like maybe we should be moving on. But I think someday I'm going to move to that island. I'll take it over and live on it because it's great. That's the view from their beach. And she and her husband own this little power boat. They've got some old snorkeling equipment lying around that they go fishing with. Nora was trying to show me here how they get the little shells by pulling up like this clam thing, and there's the other shells in it, and so you know, sort of know where these little things collect. And you go out there and you get them and bring them in. Crystal clear water. That's kind of where I was snorkeling, right near there. It's a little shallow here, but lots of stuff just right there. Behind her there is an island, the little hump there is the other part of the Piti Island. And there's a resort there. You can't quite see, yeah, maybe you can see it. This is just a panorama, so her beach. This is just a little tiny island. On the other side of it is a relative lives there, and there's a little bit of a hill. We didn't go down there, but there's a house, a regular house on the other end of it. There's a resort there on the left, as I was starting to say earlier. This is her chicken again. Nora is asking whether they cook them. They don't cook the chickens. They use them for eggs. And the reason is they had salmonella and had to destroy a lot of chickens a year or two before. Tens of thousands of chickens were killed, and so they have to repopulate. And so eggs were hard to come by. And just hanging out there. She was having some bread that she offered us. The baguettes, the ever-present baguettes. Now she's taking Nora up. We were asking, well, where does the chicken live? It's not in a coop. It just lives up somewhere up in here, and that's how Lucy goes and gets the eggs. There were some other chickens around, too, and a rooster. These are some of the shells, necklaces that she had made and were out, I guess, drying off. Very nice. Of course, we got some when we left. As in Hawaii, you get a lei when you arrive and a puka necklace when you leave. That's her beach again. At the middle there, that little bit of land way off to the left there, that's where our hotel was, our room. So we paddled quite a distance.
You like?
So we sort of bid adieu. We went over, and our Nora's parao was dry by then. We got totally swamped on the way over because of the low profile of the kayak and the wind and waves. And so our towels we brought to dry ourselves are in the background there. Were just completely waterlogged. It made our kayak much heavier. But so we headed out. You see the reef there under the water. Coming over, we got completely swamped, and the water was flowing, and it was warm water. It just felt great. You knew you weren't going to wreck. There's the island in the back there. And behind it, you see Taha'a, the island of Taha'a, and to the right, maybe Raiatea. To the left, the land over there is the Motu, or the atoll around Bora Bora. I had my underwater camera, which I used for all this stuff, and you saw the spots of water on it. A couple times I forgot to blow the water off after I had it in the water. You stick your head down under the kayak, and you see fish and reefs right there. Very nearby is where one of the main underwater, what do they call it, reef gardens is, where they take you on snorkel tours. So we had snorkeled there earlier in the day, just where the boats are there. And so we sort of knew where to go for snorkeling, and we went over there and decided, let's go check out the island. Yes, Nora is singing Yellow Submarine. We got swamped there. We got a beach there on a coral head. Got stuck on it and had to push off. See some broken coral there from boats or something. There's a snorkeling expedition in the background. And back to our lovely beach.